Hi, my name is Sean Wilson. I'm the alumni partner for PwC Vancouver. Today I'm chatting with Jeff Wong. Can you tell me a little bit about your role as the Chief Digital and Information and Technology Officer and what attracted you to work for such a successful company?
I have, I would say, two main roles. The first is working with our executive around driving our strategic enterprise strategy and how digital enables that. We have a technology team that is responsible for when we implement solutions, they run it day to day. We have a group of enterprise architects that are really focusing on what solutions should be prevalent in the market, not today, but 2 to 3 years out. And then I also have an enterprise program and project management office that reports to me. When I left PwC, it was probably the most difficult decision I ever made. When I joined Coast, it was for an opportunity that I just could not pass up.
How did the experience at PwC help sort of lead you into your current role?
I'd say the best thing from PwC for me was, as I went through a career of being an associate to a partner, was really what I would say the executive presence. It actually taught me and prepared me that when I jumped into Coast, being able to work at an executive level.
So maybe can you tell us a bit about your digital transformation and the journey you took along the way?
The most important thing I would say was bringing a very, very different mindset to Coast. A lot of banking that's changed today hasn't been driven by the likes of Coast or other financial institutions. It's actually been driven by a lot of the technology companies who are changing the way consumers expect to be treated and how they want to be, and in many ways, I would say, engage with. For Coast, the belief was if we didn't do this, we were not going to be around for another 77 years of business. What a lot of organizations don't realize is to be really quick online requires a significant amount of infrastructure below. The digital transformation started with a mindset, then it started with replacing a significant amount of technology infrastructure, and then adding the digital on top of it.
So as the Chief Digital IT Officer, what is your main focus going forward?
Every day when we wake up, the organization has a mindset of how do we deliver a better member experience. We're kind of channel agnostic and more focused around letting our members decide how they want to engage with us.
How do you see AI coming about with your business in the short and long term, and what are the investments you're making in respect of artificial intelligence?
When we look at artificial intelligence, it's around what are those solutions that are going to help our front lines, our back office, deal better with members. And in the self-service channel, the next 5 years, I believe there's going to be more and more AI engines that we put into our solutions.
We've heard that the availability of key skills is a top concern for CEO. And Canadian CEOs have been focusing on really relying on educational pipelines such as universities to fill these skill gaps. Whereas we hear that more global CEOs are more looking at retraining and upskilling their existing workforce.
I think you have to do both. It's not kind of mutually exclusive. For us, upskilling and training is something that occurs every day. Why? Because the way you engage with a member is being changed day to day.
And what advice would you give to the next generation of leaders coming up?
Yeah. I would never have gotten here without some incredible mentors that I had at PwC. What I learned very quickly was you can learn a significant amount by just watching. And the kind of model that always came to me was 2 ears, 2 eyes, 1 mouth.
Maybe tell me a little bit about what the PwC network and being a member of the PwC network has meant for you in your career and your life.
Personally, it's meant a lot of what I would call lifelong relationships. And more importantly, being on the other side now, what you realize is how important the firm is in terms of what you need to achieving your strategic priorities. Being able to tap into that alumni group, the people that I trust, and to trust them not only to bring the right people to the table, but actually to make sure we get the best service.
Well, thanks very much, Jeff. It was great chatting with you today. I really appreciate you taking the time. Thanks very much.
Fantastic for having me, and glad you could come out to Coast.